Dear students, today we are going to discuss another very important function in MS Excel, which will help us to do various type of activities related to the large scale databases. By now, many of these formulas inbuilt in the system was discussed in different topics. Now today, our main discussion will be the topic called lookup function. Now, if I ask a question from you, what is the use of lookup function in Excel? You may be having various answers. Now, this particular function return a value from a range. It may be one row or one column, right? Or from an array. So he will be returning the values. He will be searching the certain thing from the given table and returning the value specified by you according to the table type. It may be the vertical, it may be the horizontal type. Depending on that, he may be reading the columns or the rows or from an array. So what is array is? Array is a data structure that contain a group of elements. Now, sometimes you may be having various tables available in the system, whereby you need to amalgamate these tables together and get some kind of result. In that sense, lookup function will be very useful function to do these activities. Just lookup is not going to work for the certain purposes. You may require to combine the lookup function with all the other functions what we have discussed up to now. It may be the if function, it may be the O function, it may be the AND function, and so forth. Depending on the situation, what you are going to get for the given situation, based on that, combination of these details need to be accommodated within the given function called lookup. Again, remember, lookup function is a reference function available within the Excel inbuilt system. So these functions are inbuilt and available in the Excel. In our discussion, basically we are going to focus into the three main lookup function: vertical lookup, or we normally call as a VLOOKUP function, and another function is called horizontal lookup, and that is called HLOOKUP function, or the basic lookup function. Now, depending on the tables what you are going to receive to generate the information, you should either use the VLOOKUP or the HLOOKUP. Sometimes you may require to generate information from the vertical format tables. Sometimes you may require to extract the information from the horizontal type of table. So when you have a large scale databases and many informations available, to filter this information, this lookup function can be used, right? And also lookup function will help us to generate the financial statement. We can prepare the financial statement, we can prepare the payslip of the employees, and we can do various other financial and accounting activities by using the lookup function. So that's why the lookup function is going to be one of the vital important functions which we have to learn, right? So I hope you got a basic idea of what is lookup function at this moment. Now, in case, why is lookup function normally used? The lookup transformation is used to look up a source or the source qualifier or the target to get the relevant data. Now, for example, if you have a certain information available in the particular given table, which you have to extract by using one particular condition, that will be using by the lookup function. So it will look throughout the particular given table and search the particular given condition, and it will generate the required result for you according to your requirement. So this is the kind of function which we are going to discuss today. So we will be starting first of all the very basic vertical lookup function. Now, when it comes to the introduction part of the lookup function, the lookup functions enable you to look up the values from a worksheet, a range, and get the required outputs. Now, for example, again, when you have a table given to you in a database or the Excel sheet, whereby you can search certain information by giving a condition, right? There are three lookup functions in Excel, as I mentioned at the top. So there's a vertical lookup function, horizontal lookup function, and the lookup function. So all three will be discussed with the examples. Then after that, there will be a lot of activities you can carry it out by using these functions, right? Now let's come to the first topic, that is vertical lookup, or generally it is popular with VLOOKUP function. Now VLOOKUP is an Excel function to look up the data in a table organized in vertical form. So that should be the vertical format table. When the table is prepared, vertical format, at the top you can see the headings, and then you can see the informations given in the column wise, whereby this particular function is very useful to use. VLOOKUP function supports approximately and exact matching. It is not only this particular function will support you to either get approximate value or the exact matching value, right? So it's depend on the situation. Sometimes you may require to match the approximate value or the closest value. Then you have to use the one situation. And if you want to get the exact matching, exact 100% accurate matching with the given condition, then you have to use the exact matching. So there are two options which you can use to generate the information from the VLOOKUP function. So the VLOOKUP search the value in a leftmost column. Generally, when you apply that into the vertical format, so what will happen? He will look in the value leftmost column. So the corner left side corner column, that is the column he will be taking like a reading column of the table, and then returns the corresponding output in the specified column. So that means first column of this particular database need to have very unique codes, whereby you can use that codes to filter some other information given in the specified different other columns. So by using that first column codes, maybe we are in the position of returning or getting the values available in the other columns, right? So the lookup value in a table should be in the first column always. Always when you are using the lookup function, VLOOKUP function, lookup value need to be there in the first column in the given table, right? It's time for us to look at the syntax of the VLOOKUP function. How this VLOOKUP function is going to work. What are the information you have to enter into the system when you are using the VLOOKUP function. As you can see, the VLOOKUP function consists of four important information. First one, the lookup value. Second item, table array. Third item is the column index number. And finally, the range lookup. Now, when it comes to the first item, we call lookup value. So, what do you mean by the lookup value? The value that we want to look up in the first column in the given table, right? Now, the value which you are looking from the given table, first column, first leftmost column. So that may be very unique IDs, right? Very unique numbers, whereby we can extract some other information available in the given table. So the first lookup value need to be the searching value of the given table first column. Then the table array, the range of the table which the retrieve the values. Now the array can be many columns. Array include all the columns given in the database, right? Including the searching value column, right? First column එකේ ඉඳලා අපේ table එක columns 10ක් තියෙනවා නම් all these columns are coming under the array, or the full range of the database need to be given like a table array, right? So that is the table array, whereby you are looking for the certain lookup value given in the first column. Then the column index number is the column number in the table from which the value of the lookup function is to be obtained. That means now by looking into the value given in the first column, which column index or the which column information you should generate it. We should generate it to get the result. So that will be the result of what we are going to generate from the given table. And finally, the range lookup. This is the option whereby we can see whether you want to get the approximate match or the exact match, or whether you want to get the certain matching in between the certain value, right? Searching of the certain value, and also whether you want to get the exact matching. If you want to get the approximate value, then you have to type there true, or you can omit that. For example, if you enter or you type there true or omit that, automatically it will read like an approximate value of the matching default, right? And if you type there false, he will be looking for the exact matching. So this is the syntax of the given table. Now practically, let us go to the Excel worksheet and see how this particular function need to be extracted and to understand what are the things we need to enter. So let's look at that first. Now let me take a small example like given here. Now here we can see we have given the ID number, and also we are given the first and the last name of the person, email address, and the department he or she is attached. So these informations are available in the table where you can see it's a horizontal type table, right? So sorry, it's a vertical type of table. Vertical mean column wise. You can see the headings at the top, which will give you the details about the various information in a column wise system. So that's why this is called vertical type of table. So it's a vertical table whereby we want to extract some information. Assume to be it's a large scale database, right? So I am taking a very small example to explain you how this vertical function or the VLOOKUP function is going to work. Now, for example, this is your database or your input area, right? Your input or the database. Input or your database, which you have to extract some kind of information to your user. Now, user want to know certain outcome. So let's look at the outcome. Outcome or the result. For example, as you know, when the vertical lookup is used, leftmost column is going to be using for the searching of certain information, right? That is called leftmost column. Okay, you can see now I have prepared another table whereby the user just want to type the index number or the registration number or the ID number of the person into the yellow color cell reference or the input area where the user can type that. Once the user type the ID number of the particular given person, what we need to extract his first name, last name, email address, and the department into the given outcome or the output area. So by typing just the index number, or as you have already learned various options which we have discussed, like a developer using the developer tab where you can use the drop down menus, you can use uh, the various other options what is available where the ID can be selected. So this is what you call creativity. Last lecture also uh, your that means the Kinsley sir, Dr. Kinsley explained to you your creativities are very important when it comes to the Excel modeling, whereby the students can creatively develop something which will be more useful to the user at the end of the day, rather than asking him to type once again the numbers here. You can get the whole list of numbers appearing here, whereby the user can select that number and then the outcome can be generated. So those are the things you need to experiment. So what we are teaching here is a very basic concept, right? Basic concept of what is vertical lookup is, how it is working. By meantime, when it comes to the different scenarios, when you are applying that into the real situations, you may require to use previous knowledge what you have generated through the system, learning various kind of other options, whereby you can amalgamate those knowledge together and prepare your answers. So that shows the creativity of the students of using the Excel, right? That's why these things need to be more practiced. You need to go to the YouTube, you need to search what is happening in the new versions and so forth. I will be telling you there's a new version available in the Excel worksheet. Now in our computers that is not available because our Excel version is very old. After 2016 version, you can see the this VLOOKUP, HLOOKUPs are not necessary now. There's a lookup function called XLOOKUP. I will be uploading or giving the link to that video, YouTube video. The people who are interested of developing their knowledge further by using the new commands, what is available under the lookup function, You will be able to see that from the YouTube video, and you will be able to learn that as well. So those are the things happening in the world and change in world, and you may be required to upgrade your knowledge according to that. For that, you need to have time to search that information, practice, and apply that into the real situations, right? That is the only way whereby you can get a knowledge for this kind of practical subjects. Okay, by telling that, now we are going to use the vertical lookup function in a very basic manner. Now according to the vertical lookup, we need to first of all get the required information applied. So when you take the lookup function, you can always type the equal sign, and then you can type the name of the lookup. Just type in few words, you can see the lookup function will appear. So if you want to get the VLOOKUP function, you type VLOOK, then you can see the VLOOKUP function will appear. So this is the VLOOKUP function. Here you can see there are 4 items to be complete in the important syntax which we have discussed. First one is called lookup value. So what is your lookup value is, right? So the lookup value need to be the first most column information, that is ID number of the given person, ID number of the given person. So that is the value which you are going to enter into the given particular cell. Now this particular outcome cell is the one which you are looking for. So you have to tell, okay, my lookup value is the cell reference which is called K5 according to my example, right? K5 is the lookup value. There at the moment nothing is there, but when I type the number, that is the value he is going to search from the table. Then if you go to the table array, what do you mean by the table array? So you need to type comma here. If you are typing it, you can see it moves to the next item. Now table array, if you are not typing the comma here, you can see you cannot move to the next item, right, when you are using the line. So I will show that with the easy work of the fx function as well. So if you type the equal sign, then you move on to the next item. Table array can be either particular given table or the whole table. So we will be taking table array as the full table, right? So the table array need to be, you click that and you enter the table array, the full area. Okay, so now we have entered the table array, that means the database, your database, which include the ID numbers. Then you have to again type the comma mark to go to the next item. So the next item, we need to come here and we will click that. So the next item need to be then column index number. Which column index number or which column information you need to extract into your answer. For example, let me tell, now I want to get here first name of the person. Okay. So the column index number need to be the number which that particular first name is appearing in the given database. Now, if you look at your database here again, you can see the first column is the ID. Column number 2 is the first name. Column number 3 is the last name. Column number 4 is the email address. And column number 5 is the accounting department. Now, according to that, if I want to get the first name of the person when the index number or the ID number is entered into the ID position, so what is the column number I have to give? I have to type the number of the particular column. Say it's a column number 2. So that will be extracting my information, column number 2. Then you can see the next item is the optional. So the true mean, if you select the true option, it means approximately matching. Approximately matching means closest matching. It will take the closest matching. No, not the exact number. He will select the closest matching. In that situation, there can be, here it can be the mistakes. No, for example, if the person is not there in the database, that number also, if you wrongly type, he will read that as a closest matching with the given number available in the database. Now the second option is exact matching. If you select here false, that gives you the option to select exact matching. Now according to this particular situation, we have to have exact matching. That means each and every person number is there. It is not repeated here and there. Individuals having their individual numbers. Once I enter the ID number of the particular person, I need to know his first name. So then I have to select the option called false or the exact matching, right? False option. So that means we have to type here false. False, right? So once you type there, the formula is fully completed. That means you have entered the outcome in the ID number, selected item, then you have taken the whole database. From there you want to filter the column number 2 information and the exact matching. Then you have to close the bracket and enter the value. So you can see at the moment, because of here 0 value, it is not giving the appropriate answer. If I type just 600 now, sorry, not here, we have to go to the ID number and type 600. Then you can see the person name called Lalit will appear there. Again, if I type the next number 620, you can see the name change to Roma. So if I type 650, then it will change the number to Sujit. If I type 670, then you can see again Ruan. So if I say 800, then it will take Niman. If I say 700, then it will say the Tarushi. So the names are appearing accordingly, right? So in case, for example, if I say this is not false and I will go by approximate value. So that means you have to enter either 0, either leave it, right? So now you can see sometimes when I type here 800, so the Nimal's name is appearing, right? No problem there. 600, 900, not applicable. So I will type 640 and not applicable. There's no number like that because he is searching for the numbers, right? 670, Ruan is there. Then 800, you can see the name is appearing. So though it is working, no problem is there whether you go by approximately value or the exact matching, right? So this is the situation whereby you can see the function is now extracting all the information. Now, if you want to bring this information within the given output area, simply you can test your model and then you can copy this and paste it into the reference area. But make sure when you drag down and copy this into the various levels, so that will be, say, I copy this and I will paste it here, all this information. So the references will appear because this particular cell references are going to change, right? So you cannot copy it and enter it like that. So if you want to copy that, then you have to make sure that you are going to absolute certain cell reference. You have learned that. So when you are going to copy and paste, some areas need to be fixed. So what are the areas you have to make fixed? Now this particular area where the outcome is going to be entered need to be fixed forever, right? So we can enter the F4 key and put the dollar mark and constant that. And also table is not going to change. So the total table need to be constant. Then these two numbers what you have entered is always constant. There's no issue. Once you enter the number, that will be appearing as it is. So then we can enter that. Now we can copy this formula. And then if you paste that into the system, you can see everywhere Nimal is going to appear. Now when I type the another number, see 620, everywhere Roma is going to type. Get why? Because here the column number need to change. Now once you finish that, you just go to the next item, change the column number as number 3. So then go to the second name. Then go to the next one. Change only the column number 4. Then go to the next one. Change the column as column number 5. So very simply when you enter the information into the database, you can see perfectly system is extracting what is required for the user. So this is the powerful tool called VLOOKUP function which is working in the vertical format, and when you change the numbers according to the number changes, all the references will change and the appropriate answers will appear accordingly. So we'll type another number 800. So Nimal Shanta. So you can see Nimal Shanta, his email and his department is going to appear as a comma, right? So if you type 890, then you can see Nimal Pereira and his department is going to be the business. So if I type 670, you can see the Ruan Alvis, ruanemail.gmail.com and commerce department. So the Ruan Alvis is same, right? All informations are same. So this is what you call VLOOKUP function. VLOOKUP will filter the information available in the database into the different location by using simply giving the one code number searching from the leftmost column and extracting any number of columns into the different locations by giving the column numbers. I hope you got an idea of the basics of VLOOKUP function. Okay, after getting that basic knowledge how this if lookup function, VLOOKUP function is working, let me now show you how to combine two different tables and get the results. I have added more information into this particular sheet. Now you can see in the first table I have added one more column and mentioned that OT hours work. Each of these person, how many hours they work as OT hours is given. And also I have created another database at the bottom, small one. You can see I got 3 departments. Each department basic salary is allocated, given there, right? And also OT rates are given there. Each department having their different rates. So the accounting department people will get hourly rate of 15 rupees. Business department people will get hourly rate of 20 rupees. Com department people will get hourly rate of 18 rupees. And individuals are working for a number of hours are given in the database main table. Now we need to calculate further basic salary, OT, and the total salary of the given person. When the number is entered, everything need to be calculated. Now at the moment when the number is entered, you know how to get the first information, right? Now our task is to combine these knowledge together and to see how we are going to get, again we are going to use the vertical lookup function only, basic salary, OT rate, OT amount, as well as the total salary. So total salary is a basis. So first we can apply that internal formula, that is, you know, basic salary plus OT. So we can use the auto sum command and then highlight these two particular cells, right? By entering that we can get the result, and also make sure these are the values, then at least to use the decimals, 2 decimal command and format that. That will show beautiful formatting of the value. So now we need to calculate the basic salary and the OT by using the VLOOKUP function. Let me again come back to the first calculation, basic salary calculation. Again I am going to use the vertical lookup function. Now you can see the combination of these two tables having one unique item. What is that item? Department code. Now here you can see the department codes are given, and also the second table is starting with the department code. So what I need to now search where the department code is going to be appear in the given early answer sheet. Now you can see here my department code is appearing. So based on that we can extract the basic salary rather than going to the ID number and extracting it. Now let's look at how to do that. So I'll be using again the VLOOKUP function, what we have learned already. VLOOKUP function, open up. This time I will go to the argument window, which will be much more easier for the beginners or the people who are having difficulties of typing and getting that. This is the argument window. It is much more clear to all of us, whereby we can get all the informations very accurately. Now in this argument window, we know that particular argument window, we can come to the individual cells and we can enter the required information. Look up value. Now it says, is the value to be found in the first column of the table? Now we don't have that value. First column of this particular table, value need to be appear in the first column of the data filtering table. That is going to be the department. So in my case, which value I have to highlight now? I am going to extract department under the given cell called L10. So that is the cell reference which I need to refer to the get second table information extracted into the system. So I will be highlighting that and immediately I will make it fixed because it is not going to change. Then the table array. Table array need to be the information filtering table. That is going to be the second table, whereby we got the second table array. Again I will be fixing that to not to change. So you can see how I have adjusted that with the two tables now. And the column index, now we have to count the column index, is a basic salary. First column is the department, basic salary is in the second column, so that is second. And also make sure this is need to be the exact matching, right? That's why we need to type false and click OK. So you got 45,000. Now we change this and test it. So if I type 600, the person is coming under the accounting department. Basic salary is going to be 50,000. Then I will go to the 620 next person, business department person. He got the basic salary of 35,000. Okay, so very basically, very simply, two tables are now combined and getting the result into one result sheet, right? Once you enter the number, everything is changing. This is going to be one result sheet now, but having many tables. So likewise, we can add more and more table and make it this complicated, whereby you can extract the information to the user according to their requirement. Then how to look at OT calculation. We cannot use the basic simple VLOOKUP for that. If I use the same condition like here, if I copy this down, drag it down and copy that, same 35,000 will appear. Then we can change the column number. You can see the OT is appearing in the column number 3. So we will change the just simply column number 3. That shows you OT rate only. Now the problem, we need to get the OT value here. That value is available in the table number 1, right? So how can you combine these two and get? Prabhutala simply value tema. If you want to get the result here, what is the result? You need to have 20 multiplied by Roma is the second person, 18 hours. So answer need to be 360 rupees. So the same technique, mathematical condition need to apply now into the formula. As we know, it is multiplication. So we can see VLOOKUP is extracting 20 rupees. Next we have to extract the number of hours. So to get that and multiply it, first we have to use the multiplication mark. Then we have to go for another VLOOKUP function. We select another VLOOKUP function, second function. And again, I will go back to the argument window, whereby I will explain that better. And the lookup value is which value you are going to look up now. This time you cannot look up the department because the working hours is available in the table number 1. That lookup value need to be the index number. Got the idea? Index number. And I will fix that, not to change, right? Then the table array need to be the table number 1 this time. Whole table including the number of hours they work. And again we will fix that. And the column number this time need to be, this is the first column, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth column. And it again need to be the exact matching, and we can type false. And you can see 18 rupees is taken by the system. Now he will multiply 18 by the 20 rupees and give you the result 360 rupees. When you change the person number, say 600, you can see the particular person having 10 hours of working, 15 rupees per hour, 150 rupees. Total salary is going to be 50,150. Say this particular person no OT, 800 number. So let me type 800. You can see OT rate is 0, basic salary is provided. Now the last last person is business 890, and you can see 300 rupees will come. And the person who is having the different department, say BCom department person, we will take extract, that is 670 number. So you can see Ruan Alvis, he got the rate of 18 rupees. 18 rupees into 18, that goes to 216 rupees. So you got the idea now how to combine two tables together and get the result. Further, we can enhance this by adding more and more table. I hope that you all got the good idea of how this VLOOKUP function is working with the vertical table environment.